Yeah, it consists of 6 elements. Which are those? Carbon, silicon, germanium. Yeah, carbon, yeah, very good. Carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead, and the last one, 6th element. Yeah, it is a flavorium. Yeah. So out of these 6 elements, carbon is a carbon is a non-metal, whereas silicon and germanium are semi-metals. Yeah, whereas tin and lead are metals, and flavorium is it is a radioactive element. Yeah, it is a radioactive element. So here carbon is in its occurrence, it is the 17th most abundant element occurring in our earth crust. Clear? Whereas carbon exists in free state as well as combined state. So we can get the carbon in free state as well as combined state. In a free state it exists as diamond, graphite, coal, etc. Whereas in a combined state it is present in the form of carbon dioxide, hydrocarbons, some of the metal carbonates, etc. Clear? So hence it exists in 2 states, that is free state as well as combined state. Which are the 3 stable isotopic forms of carbon? Yeah, which are those 3 isotopes? Carbon 12, carbon 13 and carbon 14. So isotopes are those where the atoms will be having same atomic number but different mass number. When the elements have same atomic number and different mass number, we consider them as an isotopes. Hence carbon forms 3 isotopes, that is carbon 12, carbon 13 and carbon 14 it is. Whereas next is silicon. Silicon is the second most abundant element occurring in our earth crust. Whereas the silicon, it exists in the form of silica and silicates. Okay. Whereas germanium is very rare element which occur in traces, bahut kami pramandak siktadada. Whereas tin it is present in the form of which mineral? SnO2, which is known as cassiterite. Whereas lead is present in the form of which mineral? Galena, that is Pb. Yes, clear? This was about the occurrence. So after the occurrence we started with the properties of group 14 elements. In properties of group 14 elements, our first property was electronic configuration, where the general electronic configuration of group 14 element was Ns2, Np2, where S was completely filled and P contains only 2 electrons in it. Hence they have totally how many electrons in their outermost shell? Totally 4 electrons in their outermost shell in it. So after the electronic configuration, it was an atomic size. So as we know, the group 14 elements are again arranged from top to bottom. When they are arranged from top to bottom, electron will enter into different main energy shell. Hence because of which the atomic size it goes on increasing from carbon to flavorium. It is clear, it increases from carbon to flavorium, or you can state it up till lead here. So now as the atomic size increases, but we can see a slight change, that is there is not a gradual increase in the atomic size from silicon to from germanium to flavorium. What is the reason? ನಾ ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಟು ಫ್ಲೋರಿಯಂ ಮಟನು ಅಟಮಿಕ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಜರ್ಮಾನಿಯಂ ಇಂದ ಫ್ಲೋರಿಯಂ ಮಟ ಅಟಮಿಕ್ ಸೈಜ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಗ್ರಾಜುವಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ರೀಸನ್? Yeah, because there is a presence of d and f orbitals in these elements where they undergo poor screening effect, because of which the atomic size increases, but we can see the atomic size increase is not much more as that of from carbon to silicon here. But in a general trend we can state that there is an increase in the atomic size of group 14 elements. As the atomic size increases, the ionization energy again decreases. With increase in the atomic size, the nucleus has less attraction towards the incoming electron, hence the we can remove the outermost electron much more easier by applying less energy, so the ionization energy decreases here. Whereas our fourth property was electronegativity. So the tendency to gain the electron, it goes on decreasing because there is an increase in the atomic size. Name the element of a group 14 which is more electronegative. It is a carbon due to its smallest atomic size. Clear? So, but if you compare between boron and carbon, boron ಮತ್ತು carbon ಒಳಗೆ electronegative ಯಾವುದು? It depends upon the atomic size. So in your periodic table it is like this: boron, carbon, they are present in an periods, means left to right they have been arranged. Left to right, what happens to the atomic size? Decreases, means carbon is smaller compared to an boron. In such a case, which can easily take the electron? Carbon. So which is more electronegative between boron and carbon? It is carbon. Clear? Left to right electronegativity ಏನು ಹಾಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ? Increase ಹಾಕೊಂತ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. Whereas top to bottom the electronegativity it goes on decreasing. Clear? Whereas the next property was oxidation state. The variable oxidation state shown by the group 14 elements are +4, +2, and the negative oxidation state is -4. But the group oxidation state is group oxidation state ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರಾಗ +4 it is. Out of those three oxidation state, the group oxidation state is +4, whereas due to the inert pair effect we get an +2, and in order to complete their octet structure they exhibit -4 oxidation state. So now here top to bottom the stability of +4 oxidation state, it increases or decreases? The stability of oxidation state, yeah, as you know the variable oxidation state shown by the group 14 are +4, +2 and -4 it is. Here the stability of +4 oxidation state, it goes on decreasing or increasing along the group? ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಲಿರುವಂಥ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ +4 ವರ್ಕ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೋ ಅಥವಾ ಕೆಳಗಿರುವಂಥ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೋ? ಮ್ಯಾಲಿರುವಂಥದ್ದು ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವಿಚ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೆಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ +4 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ it decreases down the group. As we move down the group, the stability of this +4 oxidation state it goes on decreasing, whereas the stability of +2 oxidations, okay, 1 second sir, can't visible illa. See, now is it clear? Wait 1 second. +4 oxidation state, it decreases down the group, whereas the stability of +2 oxidation state, it increases down the group. ಅಂದ್ರೆ +2 oxidation state ಕೆಳಗಿರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವ ಸ್ಟೇಬಲ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ, whereas +4 in an +4 oxidation state the elements like carbon and silicon are much more stable in it. So now if I state it as, out of carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide, which is more stable? If this is the question, then your answer will be carbon dioxide is stable. Why carbon dioxide is stable now? Because if we check the oxidation state of carbon in carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide, here carbon carries +2, whereas in an carbon dioxide it is +4. But as we know, carbon is more stable in its +4 oxidation state, so CO2 is stable because carbon is stable in its +4 oxidation state. Clear? Now the next one. Out of stannous chloride and stannic chloride, which is more stable? Stannous chloride and stannic chloride it is. This is stannous, whereas SnCl4 is stannic chloride. Which is more stable here?
Stannic chloride.
So first you tell me the oxidation state of tin in this compound. +2, whereas here +4. Now tell me tin is stable in which oxidation state? Tin is stable in its +2 oxidation state because in an wait for a second. Chloride, it has +4 oxidation state. Now you give me the answer, which is more stable here? SnCl2, that is stannous chloride, is stable. Clear? Because Sn, that is tin, is stable in its +2 oxidation state. It is stable in its +2 oxidation state because ಯಾಕದು +2 oxidation state ಒಳಗೆ stable ಅದ? It increases. Why it increases? Yeah, here the elements which contains d and f orbitals, they undergo inert pair effect. This is the reason why the +2 oxidation state is more stable than that of an +4 in an tin it is. Clear? This was regarding the oxidation state. Now the next is chemical properties. So next we are going to study about the chemical properties of an group 14 elements. So among the chemical properties of an group 14 element, our first reaction is with hydrogen. Reaction with hydrogen. Now as you know, whenever the elements reacts with an hydrogen, they form their respective halides or hydrides. They form their respective hydrides here. Same thing occurs with an group 14 elements. So all the group 14 elements, they reacts with hydrogen directly or indirectly in both the way. So group 14 elements reacts with hydrogen to form respective hydrides. What is the general formula of that hydride which is formed by the group 14 elements? If I consider the group 14 element as an M and it is reacting with an hydrogen, what is the formula of an hydride? Yeah, what it is? M. It is MH4. What is the group? Yeah, what is the group oxidation state of group 14 element? +4. ಆ 4 ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ತೋರಿಸೋ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ತೋರಿಸುವಂತ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ +4. +2 is shown only when it contains d and f orbitals, that is by germanium, tin and lead, whereas +4 is shown by almost all the elements present in an group 14. So here we get an hydride with a general formula MH4 here. Metal with an +4, hydrogen with an -1. Hence we get an metal hydride. So here group 14 elements which reacts with an hydrogen to form their respective hydrides. The hydrides of carbon are in the form of hydrocarbons. ಅಂತಂದ್ರ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಕೂಡಿದಾಗ ಈ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ 14 ಇದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆಂಬರ್ ಯಾವುದು? ಕಾರ್ಬನ್. ಈಗ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಕೂಡಿದಾಗ ಬರುವಂತ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್ ಏನೇ ಅನ್ನತ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವ? ಹೈಡ್ರೋಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಕಂಟೈನ್ಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇನ್ ಇಟ್, ವಿ ನೇಮ್ ಸಚ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಸ್ hydrocarbons. So the hydrides of carbon, so I can write here the hydrides of carbon are known as hydrocarbons. The hydrides of silicon are known as silanes. Clear? ಈಗ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗತ್ತವಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡಿಗೂ ನಾವು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ವೇ ಒಳಗೆ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್, ವಿ ನೇಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎನ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಸ್. ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಎನ್ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್, ವಿ ನೇಮ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ ಎನ್ silanes. The hydrides of germanium are known as germanes. Stannous means that is tin is known as stannanes, whereas the lead, this lead hydride is the one which is unstable, and this hydride is known as plumbanes. Clear? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ಯಾವಲ್ಲ, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ವೇ ಒಳಗೆ ಕರಿಬಹುದು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿರುವಂತಹ ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಹೈಡ್ರೋಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಂತೀವಿ. ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿರುವಂತಹ ಹೈಡ್ರೈಡ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಅನ್ಬೇಕು? ಸಿಲೇನ್ಸ್. ಜರ್ಮಾನಿಯಂ, ಜರ್ಮೇನ್ಸ್. That is tin, we name it as stannanes, whereas the lead hydride is unstable, and even though it is named as plumbanes here. Clear? This is about the reaction with an hydrogen. So group 14 elements, they react with hydrogen directly or indirectly to form their respective hydrides here. Clear? CH4 is a methane. It is nothing but the hydride of carbon. Hydride of carbon ಈಗ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಮಿಥೇನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಕೂಡಿರುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? ಹೈಡ್ರೋಕಾರ್ಬನ್ಸ್. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿತ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್. whereas our next reaction is with oxygen. Now tell me, Again, what happens whenever the elements reacts with an oxygen? They form their respective oxides here. Yeah, but we get here two types of an oxides. Which are those? And not like that, superoxide, peroxide. Now as we know, the two positive oxidation states shown by the group 14 element is +4 and +2. So if a element is in its +4 oxidation state and it is reacting with an oxygen, we get an oxide which is known as, ಈಗ ಮೆಟಲ್ +4 ಒಳಗದ ಮತ್ತು ಅದು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕೂಡಾತೈತಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಬರುವಂತ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಏನಿರ್ತೈತಿ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ನಂಗೆ ಮೊದಲು. You should give me that. If carbon is reacting with an, yeah, what it is? This is the case. M2, yeah, you are giving with a general formula. Okay, M, you are stating it as M2O4. Okay, O3 ಎಲ್ಲ O4 ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ +4, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಮೇಲೆ -2. ವ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿನ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಬರುವುದೇನು M2O4, but it can be further simplified here. It will be MO2 1:2, MO2 here. So here whenever these elements combines with an oxygen, first we get an dioxides. But if a metal is in its, metal means if the element is in its +2 oxidation state and it is reacting with an oxygen, what we get here? M? Yeah, we get an MO here because +2 -2 they get cancelled, hence we get it here. Hence this oxide is known as monoxide. Means whenever the group 14 elements reacts with an oxygen, they form two types of an oxides, that is dioxides and monoxides. Clear? So we can state here. So group 14 elements. So we will write here group 14 element reacts with oxygen to form monoxides and dioxides. Clear? To form monoxides and dioxides, where carbon dioxide is acidic in nature, where carbon dioxide is acidic in nature, while tin dioxide, germanium dioxide, sorry, silicon dioxide, germanium dioxide and tin dioxide, all these are amphoteric in nature. Clear? Now as we know, we get two types of an oxides whenever the oxygen is reacting with an group 14 element, that is monoxide and dioxide. In this, carbon dioxide is acidic in nature, whereas the tin dioxide, germanium dioxide and silicon dioxide, all the three are amphoteric in nature. Now what are amphoteric oxides? They react with both acid as well as base. Now then what is in carbon dioxide? Why CO2 is acidic in nature? CO2 is acidic in nature because whenever the oxides combines with a water molecule, if they form a acid, we name such oxides as an acidic oxides. ಆ type oxide ಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? Acidic oxide ಅಂತ. Now for example I will write here, if it is an acidic oxide, when we name the oxide as an acid means if it clubs with an water, CO2 H2O ಜೊತೆ ಕೂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ? H2CO3. Clear? This is known as carbonic acid. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ವಾಟರಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಬಂತಲ್ಲ, ಅವಾಗ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದು? acidic oxide, because of which carbon dioxide is acidic in nature, while others are amphoteric because they combines with both acid as well as base here. I will give you an example for an basic oxide. One example anga kodtini basic oxide. What is the formula of calcium oxide? Calcium oxide, CaO, and yeah, if it combines with water, calcium oxide ಏನರ water ಜೊತೆ club ಆಯ್ತು, we get Ca, yeah, OH twice. Again ಬಂತಿಲ್ಲಿ calcium hydroxide ಬಂತು. Now as there is a formation of hydroxide, is it acid or base? It is a base. Now see here, if a oxide forms base reacting with water, it is known as basic oxide. If a oxide form acid while reacting with an water, it is known as an acidic oxide. So in this, carbon dioxide is acidic while these others are amphoteric in nature. Another one thing, carbon monoxide is neutral oxide. Then what is a neutral oxide? Which does not react with acid as well as base. ಯಾವ್ದು ಆಸಿಡ್ ಜೊತೆನೂ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೇಸ್ ಜೊತೆನೂ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್. ಸೊ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮೊನಾಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಈಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ನೌ ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ, ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಟ್ರೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್, SO3 ಇತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಸಲ್ಫರ್ ಟ್ರೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್, ವೆದರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ acidic oxide or basic oxide, just by writing the reaction you can get it. SO3 ಈಗ ಏನದ ಅದು? Acidic ada. Why SO3 is acidic oxide? If SO3 dissolves in water molecule, we get H2SO4, sulfuric acid. ಈಗ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅನ್ನು ವಾಟರಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಿದಾಗ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಬರತೈತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಬರುವಂತ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡಿಗೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದ? ಆಸಿಡಿಕ್ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್. ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ವಿತ್ an oxygen here. So in a reaction with oxygen, group 14 elements, they reacts with an oxygen to form monoxides and dioxides, whereas carbon dioxide is particularly an acidic oxide, whereas the others are amphoteric. And the another one thing, carbon monoxide is a neutral oxide which does not react with acid as well as base in it. So the another one note point we can state here is the oxides are acidic in the higher oxidation state than compared to the oxides in lower oxidation state. ಈ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಯಾವತ್ತು ಹೈಯರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವಂತ? ಏನಿರ್ತಾವ? ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ acidic in their higher oxidation state. Higher oxidation state idag usually oxide acidic irtade compared to the oxides in their lower oxidation state. Andra igida example togondre carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. If the question is, now you don't know the nature of these oxides, if the question is out of carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide which is more acidic, you will state it as carbon dioxide. Why you will state it as carbon dioxide? Yeah, because in this oxide the carbon is present in its higher oxidation state. So ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಅವು ಹೈಯರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಅವು ಏನಿರ್ತಾವಂತ? acidic irtav compared to the other oxides. Clear? So now after the reaction with an oxygen, our third reaction is with halogen. So tell me what happens when a group 14 elements reacts with an halogens? Yeah, they form their respective halides here. So third one, so it is reaction with halogen. So now in this group 14 elements are again reacting with an halogen to form an halides, but those halides are of again two types. Which are those? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಎರಡು ಟೈಪ್ ಹಲೈಡ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಯಾವುವು? Which are those two types of an halides? +4 ಮತ್ತು +2 ಆಕ್ಸಿಡೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ನೋಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. +4 ಒಳಗಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರ್ತದ? +2 ಒಳಗಿತ್ತು +4 ಮತ್ತು +2 ಲೇನ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ. Hello, is it audible? Okay, then answer me. Out of those, how many types of an halides we get here? So means here we get a dioxide and monoxide. Similarly, we get here in an group 13 we used to get a trihalides over there. So here ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬೋದು ಹಿಂಗದು. Just to answer me. ಒಂದು ಮೆಟಲ್ +4 ಒಳಗೈತಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು +2 ಒಳಗದ. ಯಾ ವಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್? ನಂಗೆ ಹೇಳು. ಎಂ If a metal is in its +4 oxidation state and it is reacting with an halogen, here this will be the condition, hence we get here MX4. Clear? ಅಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗ್ಬೋದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಗಳಿಂದ. ಈ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಏನಾರು +2 ಒಳಗಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ಹ್ಯಾಲೋಜನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆದ ಬರುವಂತ ಹಲೈಡ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದ? X2. Now I am asking you how many types of an halides we get? We get only two types of an halides. Which are those halides? Dihalides and tetrahalides. ನಾಲ್ಕಿದಾವಂದ್ರೆ ಟೆಟ್ರಾ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೈ ಬರ್ತದೆ. So hence we get dihalides and tetrahalides. So group 14 elements reacts with an halogen to form tetrahalides as well as dihalides. So here you can note only group 14 elements reacts with halogens to form dihalides and tetrahalides. If I write the tetrahalide, we can give it as carbon tetrachloride, CCl4, SnCl4, SiCl4, germanium tetrachloride it is, stannic chloride, and it is PbCl4. Clear? Same thing we get the dihalides also. So here whenever the group 14 element is reacting with an halogen, it forms its respective dihalides and tetrahalides. So now we give an question here. Same question ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. Out of SnCl4 and SnCl2 which is stable ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. You answered it as SnCl2 because tin is stable in its +2 oxidation state. If the same question arises here, which is stable here? SiCl4 because silicon is more stable in its +4 oxidation state. Clear? This is reaction with an halogens. Whereas when it comes to the water, what about the group 13 elements? If they reacts with an water, what does they form? The group 13 ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಾತ. Group 13 elements water ಜೊತೆ react ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ? They does not react with an water itself. Clear? So same similar things occurs with an group 14 elements, but a slight change occur, that is here fourth one I will write it as reaction with water the first three elements, that is carbon, silicon and germanium. Clear? They neither react with cold water nor with an hot water. Hence carbon, silicon and germanium, they does not react with water molecule, whereas there is a tin next to the tin, it is a lead. Lead reacts with water molecule, but it always forms a protective layer. Due to the formation of protective layer, again we can state that lead does not react with water molecule. So lead does not react with water molecule due to the formation of protective layer. We have studied a formation of thin protective layer in an group 13. Of which element it is? Group 13 ಒಳಗ one element thin protective layer form ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. Yeah, it is an aluminium, but when it reacts with oxygen, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು water ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನದ oxygen ada. So whenever the aluminium comes in contact with an oxygen, it forms a thin protective layer. Same thing here, lead, it forms a protective layer, hence it does not react with an water molecule. So remaining our element is a tin. So tin decomposes with water molecule, whereas it does not form a tin hydroxide. So as we studied in the earlier classes, whenever the elements are combining with an water molecule, they used to form their respective hydroxides. Usually hydroxides ಬರ್ತಿದೆ, but ಈಗ hydroxides form ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. But here the tin, it undergoes decomposition to form an tin oxide. Clear? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, hydroxide form ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಇದ್ರೊಳಗೆ important factor, that is tin reacts with an water and it doesn't form an hydroxide. Instead of that, it decomposes to form an tin dioxide with a liberation of hydrogen gas. Clear? So these are the reactions with an water. So in this, carbon, silicon and germanium, they does not have any reaction with water, whereas lead, due to the formation of protective layer, it never react with the water molecule. Whereas tin, it decomposes in the presence of a steam, that is in water, to form a tin dioxide and hydrogen gas. We need to balance this equation. ಹೆಂಗೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಇದನ್ನು? I can write here 2, so it becomes 2 oxygen and there are 2 H2. Clear? So after this, these are the chemical properties of a group 14 element. So now it is completed with the physical properties, occurrence, introduction and the chemical properties. The next part is anomalous behavior of a carbon. So now you can give me those 4 anomalous behaviors shown by the carbon, which we have written it for boron as well as lithium and beryllium. Same ಬರ್ದೇವಿ, lithium, beryllium ಮತ್ತು boron ಗೆ ಬರ್ದೇವಿ. Now our next is, we have to write those anomalous behavior for a carbon. So I will give the main heading here. So it is so give me the 4 behavior of the carbon molecule. First one, carbon has a smallest atomic size. So as it has a smallest atomic size, it requires high ionization energy. It has high ionization energy. So when the size is smaller, the nucleus has less attraction towards the incoming electron or more attraction? More attraction towards the incoming electron. Yeah, so it is more electronegative. So it is more electronegative. Last one, there will be the absence of, absence of vacant d orbital. Clear? These are the 4 anomalous behaviors shown by the carbon molecule. Clear? So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಟ್ಟ ತಿಳಿತೀನಿ ನಿಮಗ. Okay, fine. So we will continue the allotropes of carbon in the next class. Okay.